Okay, hello guys, I'm Jay and welcome to Trinity. So going to introduce you another good deck, and yes, this is Tyranitar's deck. Okay, so we'll be combining with Guzzlord over here. So basically this is a dark focus deck. Okay, so Guzzlord itself is a very huge war, 170, and it has the ability to strip off your energy. So now with whales playing together, so confirm that there will be one energy being stripped off when you're combining with whale. So grindcore is one of the skill that will annoy your opponents, because they're basically, if you're able to strip off 2 energy and above, basically it's a board reset for them, because that they need to attach energy over again. Okay, even though it's attacked with only 30, but basically this is very annoying already. When you get your energy stripped off, it basically resets everything. Okay, so Guzzlord itself has 170 and it is a very huge war, and basically the gameplay, the game style will be that Guzzlord is at the active spot and uses the grindcore everything, okay, to disrupt your opponent's play. And then while Darkrai at the back, attach energy, hit 20 per turn. And then while you are preparing your Tyranitar, and why that I use Tyranitar over here, Tyranitar is basically one of the best non-EX attacker now. 160 HP and 4 energy. Well, it is bad if it's alone, okay, because that you will require a tons of turn to set up this Tyranitar, but most probably will be taken out very fast. Okay, but it has the energy plunder, basically that you can move all dark energy on your field to Tyranitar everything. So means that if your Guzzlord is going to get KO soon, and basically you will just use Lyra if you don't want your opponents to have extra 2 points from the KO, and then you will just use Tyranitar, the energy plunder, to absorb all the energy to it, and with that Guzzlord will be stripped down to 0. But good thing is that there will not be any energy loss here. So you also can take out the energy that attached to Darkrai. So basically it's on the whole field, your own board. You take all the dark energy, basically that if you're able to evolve into Tyranitar, you should have more than 4 energy already. So okay, and then the trainer part, Pokeball, Rare Candy, and you have to be as interactive as possible. So you need to have like cards like red cards, dark pendant, silver if you have, depends. Okay, and then mask. Lyra is a mask, Will is a mask from here, because you can see that Tyranitar has 4 energy retreat cost, and then Guzzlord is also have 4 energy retreat cost. Okay, you are not using the Stella over here, so that there is no free retreat, and for you to have free retreat, entitled for the free retreat, then you will need the latest card, Lyra. Okay, I only have 1, but still if you can play with 2, it depends on your play style. You can reduce leaf, and the reason I put leaf is to sometimes that you will draw out Darkrai first, then use leaf to retreat it. So basically here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so basically at the start you have 20% to hit either one of the cards here, Larvitar, Guzzlord, or Darkrai, and then basically 40% for Guzzlord, 40% for Larvitar. Okay, so this basically is the statistic when you open up the first hand with confirm a basic. So you'll be hoping that you get Guzzlord first, okay, and the rest can come later on. Okay, so basically this is the decks, and then Poison Barb, Dark Pendant is a must. This basically is a god item for that deck, because that when your opponents hit your monster, they will need to shuffle one of their cards back to the deck randomly. Okay, so most of the dark type decks, Dark Pendant is a must. Okay, Poison Barb is to reduce your opponent's HP. It totally depends on what tool you want to play, and this is basically how the decks looks like. So basically you will use your Guzzlord to store, to attack, to annoy your opponents, and then Darkrai to strip off their HP, And when Guzzlord already out of steam, then you will just switch it out, absorb all the energy, and go for the Tyranitar for the kill. And if Tyranitar somehow almost get KO or something, then use your second Tyranitar to absorb all the energy and continue slap your opponents. Okay, it is a non-EX, so basically that this is very freaking strong. Okay, so let's hop into the battle video and I will explain as it goes and hope you guys enjoy. Let's go. Okay, so let's start with one of the battle over here. And yes, this is quite a good start. Okay, I get the Guzzlord first. Okay, so with Guzzlord over here, so set out at the active and then Larvita at the back. I got Rare Candy, so means that I just need a Tyranitar. Okay, so I'm battling with a fast deck Fanpy. So now equipped with the Dark Pendant. Dark Pendant seriously is a must in all the Dark type deck currently. Okay, so now he playing with the Ramparas version and then draw 2 with 5 cards. So let's see. Okay, he equipped with 1 energy and then attack or not. Okay, he's deciding whether to attack or not, because if he attack, he will need to sacrifice 1 of his card randomly. Okay, so now he choose to attack. Okay, hit with 30 and then Dark Pendants activate and his silver is gone. Okay, so basically here, right, it is actually very good that he don't hit the silver. Silver basically can shuffle 1 of my supporter cards back into the deck. Okay, so now 1 energy equipped. I still thinking whether to go for Guzzlord, because that is the best that I got 2 Larvita on the field and with 1 more Darkrai, so I'm not putting it down. Okay, so that it might not impact my combo. Okay, with that he evolved into the Rampara. So from here you can see that basically they are more faster than me already. And then with 2 energy and then Guzma taken out my Dark Pendant. Okay, so hit it with 50. If next turn he equip 1 more energy, there will be 110 damage. So Guzzlord will basically getting taken out. Okay, so that second Larvita is here and this is where Will shines. Okay, so it confirms to hit with 1 extra energy, so at least that he won't able to build out to 3 energy next turn. So hit it with 30 and then let's go. 1 hit, second hit, win. Okay, so 2 energy basically stripped off. They are at a very devastating moment already. Okay, so he go on with the Professor Oak, draw 2, and continuously I will keep on hitting them with the Grind Core to reduce his energy. So this will basically disrupt their build. Okay, now got the Professor Research. Okay, draw 2. And basically that this deck, if against fast deck, actually is not so great, but never mind, you still have the chance to win. So this is the moment, evolve into the Tyranitar, equipped with 1 energy over here, so that I don't have Lyra, so no choice that Guzzlord will need to be sacrificed already. So with that I activate the Energy Plunder. Okay, so move all energy to the Tyranitar. So with that, Guzzlord is stripped off with all the energy, so to the Tyranitar, and then there is no energy loss at all. So I set out my second Guzzlord over here. Okay, and with that I sacrifice my attack and go. Because that he is going to equip with 1 more energy, but my Tyranitar can KO it next turn. Okay, so he will confirm take out my Guzzlord here already. Okay, Pokemon Communications to sort out 1 card. Okay, so he is deciding what to do. Okay, set up 1 more Fanpy, 1 more energy to eat, because you already know that he's going to get KO soon. So take out my Guzzlord, 2 energy to opponents, and with that I will move up my Tyranitar. Okay, so now get back my leaf, 1 more energy to the Tyranitar, and with that I take out the Guzzlord EX. Okay, so this is at a quite critical moment because it all depends on the next card that I draw. Okay, so now it's going to H smash me, and then with 130 damage. Okay, we left with 30. So with that, Pokeball, Getter, activate Pokeball, get my Darkrai. Darkrai set up 1 energy equip, deduct 20, and then attack, and I win. So basically the whole deck concept over here is that use your Guzzlord to defend, to attack, to annoy your opponents, and then if they're going to take out being taken down, Lyra it or just sacrifice it, but absorb all the energy to Tyranitar to go for the next KO, to KO your opponent's next turn. This basically is the whole concept, and you won't have any energy loss at all. That's why that this build seriously is freaking good, because that you're able to stall out with your opponents. Your opponents literally cannot do anything if you keep on stripping down their energy. And then when they're going to be taken down, Tyranitar comes up, absorb all energy, and slap them. Okay, so basically that's it. This is how the deck idea, and this seriously I've been playing on the rank match, and it has a very high win rate, more than 50%. I think that I'm playing with 10 more rounds, and then most probably I'm winning, and it's gaining quite a good win streak. I think that it has a like a 60% plus win rate. Okay, and then it's a very good deck seriously. So hope you guys enjoy, try out, and then if you have anything, remember to comment down below, support, and remember to like this video. So appreciate everyone, and let's hop into the rest, and I hope you guys enjoy.